So today we're going to do something ever so slightly silly. We're going to attempt to fly the Mach loop in the F-104 Starfighter. Obviously we've got it in its prettiest livery, which is the 1960s American Air Force or US Air Force livery. So I just thought this would be a bit of fun really. So we're going to jump inside the aeroplane. One thing we are going to do is once we take off we're going to move the view off the nose, because obviously the view inside the cockpit of the F-104 is quite restricted, so we will sort that out on the way. So I've got the airplane ready for flight, so we just need to accelerate down the runway and take off really. So we'll go full military power. We're not going to be observing 250 knots limits for normal traffic at all. So here we go, 150 knots, 170 knots, begin to rotate. And we're in the air. Gear up. Watch the ground, there goes 250 knots. Raise the flaps. There goes 300 knots. So we've just taken off from Landbedder and we're going to fly into the Mach loop. So I'm going to move the view through the nose out to the nose cone, and we're going to pull the view up a bit so I got some lead angle looking out off the nose. So I'm just pushing the throttle out to 100% military power, so if we look outside it's going to be noisy. You can see we're not using reheat yet, so we'll do a couple of laps of the Mach loop. So just coming into the estuary that leads to the entrance. So we will double back on ourselves after we follow the river for a little while. Obviously not going to be able to track speeds, but it's going to be fast, let's put it that way. I don't know how low we'll be able to get, but based on previous experience of the F-104, because it doesn't have fly-by-wire, you can actually get away with a lot more than you would with an F-18 for example. In other words, you can absolutely throw it into the corners. Whether that's realistic is another matter. I imagine it would end up bending the airframe with the real thing. Or if it had CFD implemented properly, you'd end up corkscrewing into the ground in pretty short order. Okay, we're about to double back on ourselves as we come around the back of this gentle rise on the right. You can see the entrance up ahead of us of the Mach loop. Okay. So as I said, first loop we'll do sensibly, and then we'll open the afterburner. Okay, so overbank on the way in. Drop down. Right hand side, looking for the turn on the left, skim the trees. Fairly hard pull. So if anything, you're looking to anticipate the turns a lot more in the Starfighter, so you want to be turning before you get to them. We're not going to make it through here at really low level, but we can have a good go at just straight lining that part of it. And then come around the back of this hill. We'll be looking for the tree as our turning moment. There it is. And we pull into the valley and we pull hard and we almost bend the airframe. And then we got the point where we would be able to open up, and you'll see that on the second lap because we will use the afterburner, and you'll see the aeroplane absolutely surge along here. So at this point, at these kind of speeds, the Starfighter is fantastic. It handles wonderfully. Whether that's realistic is another matter. But just doing, you know, gentle sweeping movements or manoeuvres through the valleys, it's brilliant at it. And it's incredibly stable. So we just come up here, getting ready for the turn, so we stay to the right side. We've got some big turns to make now. Again, it does it remarkably easily. I'm stunned really at just how easily it's doing it. This is a rising pass, so you follow the road and you bank left over the top, follow the hillside round. It's quite a gentle turn really. And then we can do a big sweeping turn to come back into the Mach loop again. So here's the entrance coming round again. Okay, should we open the engine up this time? So, afterburner on. Whoa, they've got a huge stutter then. Hope it doesn't stutter on the way round. So we're going to be going fast this time. You can see the speed already. So be a bit more conservative on the height through here, and this pilot is struggling. Whoa, we've got that wrong. Yeah, there's no way it can make these turns. Just far too fast. But we should have a good go at making this if we start turning now. We're blacking out. Fine. Now this is where it's going to get stupidly dangerous. I mean, just look at the speed. We'll try and hold full reheat because these are big sweeping turns on the way around here. I think we might have actually damaged the aircraft. It's reacting strangely. Or it's the flight model falling to pieces. Right, get ready for the big turn. We were fine. And up over the top of the hill. The funny thing is, as long as you anticipate the turns, it doesn't seem to be a major problem. That does turn this plane into one big turn though, which is quite amusing. Anyway, there you go. Flying the Mach loop in the Starfighter. Looks the part, doesn't it?